Hey guys, what's up? This is Voymonk here. That's right. Vlog number 100. Not a voice video vlog or just a vlog. For the most part, this is me doing kind of an introduction again, letting you know who I am. Up until this point, I haven't done any video, and quite frankly, it's because I'm not necessarily too happy with the video that I have available. And while this is a channel that I pride on not having makeup, meaning what you see is what you get, I haven't necessarily been too happy with what I see. And primarily the reason that I do this channel is for myself, because I like to document and vlog and talk about things that are on my mind. I like to express my passions and the things that I'm interested in. However, even though I don't want to do any editing, meaning if I fart, sneeze, or whatever, you're going to see it. You'll know what's happening. I'm not here to do a show. I'm not a character. I'm a real human being. Now, obviously, there are other elements to this whole thing as far as what is available to the general public and audience of what I'm trying to build here as well, which is also a community. But I kind of look at audiences and groups of people or the public in general as a wild tiger. It's not tame. It can be a good experience. It can be a bad experience. But you don't always really know exactly what to expect. And so with that in mind, I mean, there's obviously things that will take time for me to work up, to build as far as the channel and what I will and won't do. But for sure, the things that I will hold to is that this will never be edited. I'll never be a character. I'm never going to do this channel to preach and teach and tell people what to do. That's not what I want to do. I know that there's a lot of other places where you can do that, and this isn't a criticism of any of those places either. It's just that isn't something that I want to do. Also, I want to make sure that a few things that will not be happening here is you'll not hear me using words like fam or family or I love you or anything like that unless I actually mean that. And so I think sometimes those words and phrases and ideas kind of get put forward because for the lack of a way to articulate just appreciating an audience. And I don't know, and I'm not necessarily having any expectations as far as for that. The reason I do this is because I enjoy putting my thoughts and things that are on my mind in a vlog format. And I also would like to share some other pieces of content as I go along. But while I'm doing that, there'll never be a point or time that this will be about selling or preaching or teaching or telling you to do something. I'm not someone who gives advice or anything like that. This is just a place that if you have passion, and who knows, maybe if you're watching this is something that you might like to do, you can see how I do it. From vlog number 1 to this one, the idea is that to each one that I do, there's always going to be some kind of progression, some kind of, as I get more experience, get better at doing these. And there's this saying, well, practice makes perfect, which for me, I don't believe there's any such thing as perfect. I don't think anyone can be perfect. I think you can get better at something that you're doing. And as far as that is concerned, I do have a background in radio broadcasting in terms of my education. However, that being said, there are a few things that I knew going into that I didn't want to do, just like making a vlogging channel, which I've attempted to do a few different times. I've talked about that before. If you want to go back in some of my first vlogs, you'll see that. But with this, like I said, going forward, I don't know that I'm necessarily going to do videos. I'm doing a video on this 100 because that is one of my goals, and I should say one of my markers, milestone markers to a degree. I may do videos. I mean, I'm sure going to do videos, and that kind of thing or whatever. But one of the things I actually am enjoying is doing the video voice vlogs. And that's because, again, my background is in radio. I'm not really used to doing the, the camera stuff. I don't really have a face for a camera, or I have a face for radio, I guess is the saying is. And so, yeah. But I wanted to do a surprise here. Surprise, it's me. And I'm not afraid to put my face out there. I'm okay with people knowing who I am. It's just that the overall, I guess, ambiance and feel and that kind of thing, I really think is served best, at least with my vlogs, my doing voice, and maybe I'll do video as I go along. Again, there are some things as far as the video quality and equipment I'd like to get to a point where I'm happy with, and I don't have any money. I don't have any resources. It's just me sharing myself. And honestly, if you've listened up into this point, even if you haven't, you go back and listen to any of my vlogs, I think they're chronologically and categorized in a way that you could pick them up almost at any place. And because, there's a theme, there's a point behind me doing this outside of me doing my vlogs and sharing my experiences that are pretty much a theme. I don't do any editing. This is real. This is raw. I'm not a professional. I'm not a character. And I don't aim to be. If I ever talk about certain things, they're going to always be from my experience. They're never going to be a situation where this is what you should do, or this is what I'm telling you is my expertise, because it's not. I'm just a guy. I'm just a person doing a vlog, and this is primarily for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. But I have tried to do it a couple of other times before, and I have major anxiety, major depression, and ADHD. So those are things, along with other things in life, that affect the output of what you'll see and do and what I've tried to do before. I can say for a fact that in terms of doing this channel and doing content of any kind, this is as far as I've ever come. So I definitely do like what I'm doing. I definitely am having some fun, and it's an experience and an adventure. And if it's one of those things that you'd like to come along with me, I'd love for you to do it. I'm not going to harp on with a thing that most people do. Can you subscribe, rate, and comment? Those are all things that of course I would like for you to do, but I think you've heard and you know what those things are. I'm just me. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you a bunch of things that you want to hear. And I'm certainly not here to be a part of any club or be a part of any trends or things that you see other places. This is just the Voymonk channel. It's me sharing my vlogs, my passions. I love 80s and 90s content and media. And I'll talk about those things, usually in my vlogs and other pieces of content. But this is just me doing a vlog 100 and doing the thing that I kind of always aim to do, which is to do video, for which I'm not entirely sure I'm going to keep on doing. But if I do, hey, at least you get to see my face and you have something to kind of go with this. So yeah, I try to usually keep these vlogs anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes. But yeah, so that's me. Hey, how's it going? And if you've been listening to this point or you're just starting, thank you. Take care.